Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Chem Talks by Pooja Malik. So in today's video we are going to discuss a fresh new chapter of class 11th, the fourth chapter of the first part of the book, that is chemical bonding and molecular structure. So before that, up to third unit you have understood what is the structure of atom, what all are the components present in the atom, how the electron revolves in an atom, what are orbitals, many concepts related to the atoms and how are they existing, those are clear to you. In the third chapter we have discussed how the elements are classified in the periodic table, and we understand the position and the properties of all the elements in the periodic table very clearly. So now the next important point which we need to understand is how these elements which are present in the periodic table in the form of atoms they exist. So how are they existing in an environment? Obviously the atom, we know it is very small in size and it doesn't exist individually or independently in the environment, in our surroundings. Although everything is made from these atoms itself, but it does not exist as one single atom. When most of the atoms are joined together, they are in combined form, whether in the form of compound or the molecule, then only they exist. So how these atoms are existing, how the molecules are formed from the atoms, that we can understand after completely discussing and introducing the concept of chemical bonding, how these atoms bond with other atoms and then form molecules and different types of compounds. So if we talk about noble gases, noble gases exist independently. Like argon is here, so argon exists as argon atom itself. It doesn't need to form molecule, it doesn't need to form any compounds to exist. It can exist individually as simple atom of the argon gas. But other than noble gases, all other elements need to exist in some combined form. So how this occurs, this we will understand completely in today's video. So kindly watch the video and subscribe to my channel, and if you find the video useful, kindly give it a like. Chalo, start karte hain. So we know that atoms combine together to form molecules. Why they do so? To gain stability. Now, when these atoms combine, there must be some bonding occurring. There must be some force of attraction which are helping these atoms to bind together, to exist together. That occurs through bonding. So whenever atoms are together, are coming closer, are existing together because of the force of attraction, then we call it as a chemical bond. So you can easily define what is a chemical bond. Now we need to study in this chapter that how this bonding occurs. Will all the atoms combine through same way of bonding? Is there only one type of bonding, or could bonding be done because of different force of attraction or because of different types? Okay, and does every atom could combine with every other atom? Can hydrogen combine with nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, D block elements, F block element, every element? Or are there a particular group of elements only with which each atom could combine? Is there some preference for the bonding, or there is no preference, every atom could combine with every atom? So this much chemistry we have developed over time that it is obvious that each atom could not combine with every other atom. There must be some preference. Each atom can combine with a number of specific atoms itself. For example, अगर हम noble gases को समझें, so noble gases we know they are inert in nature, so obviously they will not be combining with any element. But after scientific discoveries and research, few of the compounds of xenon, krypton, which are noble gases, are also found to exist. So in some rare conditions, xenon compounds are found to be stable when bonded with oxygen and fluorine. So this is how preference works. That noble gas which should not combine with any other atom is also existing in some form of compounds with oxygen and fluorine. So how this bonding occurs, how one atom decides कि मुझे इसके साथ bonding करनी है and इसके साथ नहीं करनी है, वो सभी concepts हम यहाँ पे clear करेंगे one by one. So to explain this chemical bonding, 4 theories have been suggested. First is Cossel-Lewis theory. Then comes Vesper theory, that is valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. The third one is valence bond theory, and the fourth one is molecular orbital theory. Now, let's discuss each of them. First one, the Cossel-Lewis approach. So basically, when we talk about the structure of atoms, we did different models which explain structure of atom in class 10th also, in class 11, chapter 2 also we discussed different model. So in Bohr's model, what was suggested that in the center of the atom, nucleus is present. This nucleus contains protons and neutrons, and around this nucleus various shells are present. In those shells, electrons are revolving in the orbits, right? So this was the model suggested. So after that, it was also discovered that different shells contain subshells contain orbitals. But if we take overall view of the atom, we can consider that in the center nucleus is present, in which neutrons and protons are present. Surrounding those are the orbits in which electrons are revolving or electrons are present. So this was the general structure of atom. But Cossel and Lewis, this approach states that we should only consider the atom in two distinct parts. We should combine the nucleus part, which contains nucleus and protons, and the inner shell, and consider it as one, which is known as kernel. This is the term you need to understand, which was important part of this Lewis approach, that is kernel, Kernel. So this term is used for combination of nucleus and the inner shells which are filled. In this, valence shell is not included. We count it as the second important part of the atom. So according to this approach, atom could be seen as sum of two parts, kernel, which includes nucleus and the inner filled shells, and the second part, that is the valence shell. So this was the major assumption of the Lewis approach. Why it was so? Why valence electrons were considered separately? Because we know when bonding occurs, mostly valence electrons are being taking part, whether they are donating electron, gaining electron, sharing electron. In every case, mostly valence electrons are participating, not the inner shell electrons. So that is why it was considered as a separate part. So this is how this approach works. Now, how did Lewis play an important role in this approach? To simplify this bonding, Lewis gave a basic suggestion. He said that we should represent all the atoms using few symbols, which are called as now Lewis symbols. What are these Lewis symbols? How can we represent these Lewis symbols? उसको देखते हैं. So अलग अलग atoms के लिए हर atom में जितने valence electrons present होते हैं बच्चों, उनको हम रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं थ्रू डॉट्स अराउंड द सिंबल ऑफ दैट एटम. इसी को लुईस सिंबल बोलते हैं, इस सिंपल सी रिप्रेजेंटेशन को. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट हाइड्रोजन, वी नो दैट इन हाइड्रोजन द नंबर ऑफ वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन इज 1. So how will we represent this as Lewis symbol? We'll make hydrogen symbol, that is H, and I'll draw one simple dot above the hydrogen. This represents the Lewis symbol of hydrogen, because we know hydrogen has the configuration 1s1 and its valence shell 1s contain only one electron. So we have used one dot to represent that electron. Second example of lithium. So in lithium, number of valence electrons are 1 itself. How? Because the atomic number of lithium is 3, configuration is 1s2, 2s1. So if we talk about its symbol, it will be Li and one dot to represent that one valence electron. If we talk about helium, we know that its configuration is 1s2. So its symbol would be helium and two dots around this symbol. Now we move on to beryllium. It also has 2 electrons in valence shell, 2s2. So it would be represented by Be, beryllium symbol, and 2 dots around it. Moving on to boron, configuration 2s2, 2p1, 3 valence electron. So symbol would be boron and 3 dots around this B symbol. Then carbon, 4 valence electron, 2s2, 2p2 configuration. So carbon, C would be the central symbol and 4 dots represented around it. Then 5 nitrogen. So because now it's more than 4, we have to start pairing the electrons, show them as pairs. So nitrogen, it could be represented as 5 dots around the N symbol. For oxygen, 6 electrons, so 2 pair each, so 3 pairs around the oxygen, total 6 dots around the oxygen. Similarly for fluorine, there will be 7 dots. For neon, 8 dots. If when we move on to the next atomic number, that is sodium, which has 11 atomic number, it also has valence electron as 1. So again the symbol is Na in the center and 1 dot around it. So similarly you can represent any atom using this Lewis symbol. What you have to do, simply write the symbol of the particular element for which we are talking and then represent its valence electron using dots. The number of dots is equal to number of valence electrons. Okay, so why we have done this introduction of Lewis symbols? The reason behind this is that these valence electrons itself are used in the different types of bonding to form different type of compounds to stabilize. अब ये bonding हो क्यों रही है? It is so obvious that any species, any atom, any ion, anything which exists in our universe wants to gain stability. Similar is the case with atoms also, electrons also, they want to gain stability. So they'll do anything to gain stability, whether it is any type of bonding. The preferred bonding will occur for each atom individually. चलो, अब हमने ये समझ लिया कि एटम्स कंबाइंड फॉर्म में एग्जिस्ट करते हैं. ठीक है जी, कंबाइंड फॉर्म में एग्जिस्ट करते हैं. ये बॉन्डिंग कैसे होती है, क्यों होती है, उसके लिए 4 थ्योरीज बताई गई हैं. उसमें से हमने फर्स्ट थ्योरी का इंट्रोडक्शन भी देख लिया कि कैसे वो एटम को कर्नल्स और वैलेंस शेल के कॉम्बिनेशन की फॉर्म में रिप्रेजेंट करता है. फिर एटम्स की रिप्रेजेंटेशन के लिए ल्यूइस ने जो सिंबल्स दिए हमने उनको भी डिस्कस किया. ठीक है, अब हम आते हैं नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट पे, दैट इज ऑक्टेट रूल. Now we should understand what is octet rule and how can we tell that octet rule is followed or not. So we know that valence shell for most of the atoms, the valence shell, we are not talking about the last shell or the overall principal quantum number wala shell, we are talking about the valence shell. So according to this rule, octet rule, the valence shell should contain a total of 8 electrons. This is called as octet. If an atom is having the total of 8 electrons, we can say that that particular element or that particular atom is following octet rule. If the electrons are less than 8, then the atom is not following octet rule. So as soon as the octet is complete, that is the valence shell contains 8 electrons, the atom is achieving noble gas configuration, right? Because we know the noble gases except for helium all contains the 8 valence electrons in its last valence shell. For example, neon, argon, krypton all have the general configuration of Ns2 Np6, right? So that means that these noble gases have stable gas configuration. Reason, because these valence shell, the last orbitals are fully filled. So each atom would try to achieve that noble gas configuration to gain this stability. That is why octet rule is being followed, that each element in its valence shell want to gain 8 electrons to gain that extra stability. So this was what is octet rule. So we know that each element now wants to complete its octet, gain a total of 8 electrons in its valence shell to gain stability. अब सबसे important और major point ये है that कि एटम अब इस ऑक्टेट को कंप्लीट करेगा कैसे. भाई नोबल गैस जो थी आर्गन है मान लो, उसका तो ऑक्टेट कंप्लीट है, उसमें तो इलेक्ट्रॉन सारे फिल्ड हैं, बट बहुत सारे ऑलमोस्ट उनके अलावा जितने भी एलिमेंट्स हैं उनमें कंप्लीट तो नहीं होते. किसी में 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन की कमी है, किसी में 2 की कमी है, किसी में वैलेंस शेल में 1 ही प्रेजेंट है, 7 की कमी है, 2 प्रेजेंट है, 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन की कमी है. सो जो ये कमी है इसको ये सारे एटम्स पूरा कैसे करेंगे, ऑक्टेट को कंप्लीट करे कैसे, सोचने वाली बात है. सो इस ऑक्टेट को कंप्लीट करने के लिए देयर आर 2 मेथड्स, 2 ways through which any atom could complete its octet. First method is an atom can complete its octet by the transfer of electrons. Transfer of electrons means by completely either gaining an electron from any other atom or donating its own electron to any other atom. That is known as transfer of electron. This is the first way. Second way to do this bonding is by sharing its electron. You know, that not completely donating the electron, not complete transfer of electron, but that atom which is sharing its electron, the electron belongs to that atom also, and to which it is shared, that electron belongs to that atom also. So it is being shared by two atoms together at a single point in the same compound. So that would be the second method to complete octet. Now we will slowly understand both of these. ठीक है, चलो फर्स्ट वाले की बात करते हैं. एक एग्जाम्पल से एक बार इसको देख लेते हैं ना, कि मतलब जनरली आप इसको कैसे रिलेट कर सकते हो. किसी भी चीज को अगर आप मतलब किसी को दे रहे हो या शेयर कर रहे हो, उसके बेसिस पे हम रिलेट कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी नो दैट व्हेन द कोविड टाइम स्टार्टेड, द क्लासेस स्टार्टेड ऑनलाइन, राइट. सो मोस्ट ऑफ द class 9, 10th, 11th student already had their own smartphones which they were using for the classes and all. But small children didn't have the mobile phone. They just went to school and the classes occurred here. But after this COVID time started and the online classes started, so many of the parents said to their elder children that share your smartphone with your younger brother or sister. आप में से भी काफी लोगों के साथ हुआ होगा दैट आप अपना फोन को शेयर कर लो और दोनों साथ में क्लासेस ले लो. इफ योर टाइम कुड बी एडजस्टेड, तो जब आपका ब्रेक हो वो भी क्लासेस ले ले, तो शेयर द स्मार्टफोन विद योर यंगर सिस्टर और ब्रदर. सो दिस शेयरिंग कैन बी क्लासिफाइड एज द सेकेंड वे टू कंप्लीट ऑक्टेट. शेयरिंग हो गया. और देयर कुड हैव बीन अदर मेथड दैट योर पेरेंट्स सेड दैट आप ये वाला जो स्मार्टफोन है अपने यंगर ब्रदर या सिस्टर को दे दो और हम आपको दूसरा दिला देंगे. सो आपने अपने वाला कंप्लीटली डोनेट कर दिया. सो दैट वुड बी ट्रांसफर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन. सो दिस इज हाउ ट्रांसफर और शेयरिंग को अकर. अब इसको केमिकली इन द टर्म्स ऑफ केमिस्ट्री एग्जाम्पल से समझे हाउ द ट्रांसफर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन अकर्स. इसको देखते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल सोडियम एटम, ठीक है, उसके इलेक्ट्रॉन कितने होते हैं? टोटल एटॉमिक नंबर 11 है, कॉन्फिगरेशन है 281. अब इसमें जो वैलेंस शेल है उसमें तो सिर्फ एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट है. इसको ऑक्टेट कंप्लीट करने के लिए, स्टेबिलिटी गेन करने के लिए या तो 7 और इलेक्ट्रॉन चाहिए, या इससे भी इजी और सिंपल वे क्या है कि अगर ये अपना लास्ट वाले वैलेंस शेल के उस इलेक्ट्रॉन को डोनेट कर दे, तो जो इसके पहले वाला शेल है उसमें तो 8 कंप्लीट है, तो वहां तो ये स्टेबल हो जाएगा. दैट इज व्हाट सोडियम डज. इट डोनेट्स इट्स लास्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन, दैट इज द वैलेंस शेल इलेक्ट्रॉन, completely. So this is the first way of completing the octet, that is complete transfer of electrons. So sodium completely donates its electron. Okay, so any species which is ready to gain one electron, sodium will automatically form bond with that. Example of such species, chlorine. Chlorine has the atomic number 17 and its configuration is 287. That is, the valence shell contains 7 electrons. So for chlorine to gain stability, it needs 1 electron and sodium needs to donate 1 electron. So what happens? They interact together. Sodium gives 1 electron and chlorine gains that 1 electron from sodium. Because one is transferring and one is gaining, so obviously there is a force of attraction between them. अब वो दोनों आपस में लिंक हो गए हैं. ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आपके पास कोई कार है, आप किसी और को सेल कर रहे हो, सो देयर हो सकता है आप पहले उस पर्सन को जानते ना हो, दैट पर्सन वाज अननोन फॉर यू, बट नाउ बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ट्रांसफर ऑफ द कार टू दैट पर्सन, नाउ यू बोथ आर लिंक्ड. देयर इज अ सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ बॉन्ड, सर्टेन फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन प्रेजेंट बिटवीन देम दैट विल रिलेट two of you always. Okay, that is what happens in the first method, that is complete transfer of electron. So अभी हमने लुईस सिंबल्स को रिप्रेजेंट करना भी सीखा था, तो उसके थ्रू भी इसको देख लेते हैं कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे. we'll draw sodium symbol and show 1 electron which is its valence electron. Then we'll draw the symbol of chlorine which is Cl and draw 7 electrons, that is 7 dots around it. Then we'll show the transfer of 1 electron from sodium to chlorine through an atom, and after the transfer we'll show that sodium has developed positive charge because it has reduced 1 electron, so its charge has come out to be positive, and since chlorine has gained one electron, it will have negative charge accommodated on it. So finally Na plus and Cl minus ions are formed. And most important point, the force with which this sodium and this chlorine ion are bonded together is known as ionic bond or electrovalent bond. So this is how you can understand the first type of bonding, because in this unit what we are studying, chemical bonding. So the first type of bonding which occurs is ionic bonding, which occurs due to complete transfer of electron from one species to the another to fill its octet or to gain stable noble gas configuration. This line is very, very important. Okay? Chalo. Moving on to the second type of method, that is sharing of valence electron. How does sharing occur? Okay? So हमें शेयरिंग कब करनी पड़ती है? जब दोनों को ही जरूरत हो और जिस चीज के लिए ट्रांसफर हो रहा है वो दोनों यूज कर पाए. ठीक है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू वांट टू बाय एन ऑनलाइन कोर्स, ठीक है, टू फ्रेंड्स बोथ आर इंटरेस्टेड इन दैट ऑनलाइन कोर्स. इट इज अ स्टडी ऑनलाइन कोर्स. इन एक्टिविटी है, कोई न्यू स्किल आप लर्न करना चाहते हो, उसके लिए एक ऑनलाइन कोर्स है. दो फ्रेंड्स है, दोनों वो स्टडी करना चाहते हैं, बट जो कोर्स की फीस है दैट इज 10,000 रुपीज. बट इंडिविजुअली बोथ ऑफ द फ्रेंड्स थिंक दैट वी कैन स्पेंड अप टू 5,000 रुपीज. वी डोंट हैव द बजट मोर देन दैट. वी कैन स्पेंड मोर देन दैट. So what they do, from one of them the idea comes that we should share this course, because this same course could be viewed by us using different IDs. Just the password, using different IDs, we just need the password for that. Okay, so what should we do? We should pool our money and we should buy the course together, and that we could both watch it together or watch it turn by turn. So this is how sharing occurs. In this sharing, both of are providing the money from their part, and that money is being pooled, and the resultant product, the resultant course is being utilized both friends. So this is what occurs in sharing of valence electron. What happens? Both the atoms which are involved in the bonding share one electron each, and the bond which is formed, the combination of that two electron, that bond pair is included in the octet of both the atoms. This type of bonding is known as covalent bonding. So again, we talked about the second type of bonding. Chemical bonding we are studying. First we discussed ionic bonding. The second one is covalent bonding. Covalent bond is formed by the sharing of electrons by the atoms together, and this type of bonding is done to complete the octet to gain the stability by sharing of electrons. So I think sharing of electrons से covalent bond बनता है और ट्रांसफर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन से आयनिक बॉन्ड बनता है. ये कॉन्सेप्ट सबको क्लियर है? चलो अब इसको एक एग्जांपल से समझते हैं. जैसे हमने आयनिक बॉन्ड के लिए सोडियम क्लोराइड का एग्जांपल देखा था, अब हम इसके लिए भी एक एग्जांपल देखते हैं, कोवलेंट बॉन्ड कैसे बनता है. तो इतना अब आपको एक आइडिया हो जाना चाहिए कोवलेंट बॉन्ड कौन बनाएगा. कोवलेंट बॉन्ड ऑब्वियसली वही स्पीशीज बनाएंगे बच्चों जिनके अंदर कंप्लीट ट्रांसफर नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है, जिनके पास इतने इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं है कि वो अपने इलेक्ट्रॉन पूरी तरह डोनेट कर दे, वो शेयरिंग करना पसंद करते हैं. ठीक है, या फिर जो हमारे नॉन मेटल्स हैं उनके अंदर एग्जिस्टिंग जो बॉन्ड्स होते हैं वो कोवलेंट बॉन्ड होते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट्स टेक क्लोरीन, राइट. So chlorine we know it exists in the form of Cl2. It is a diatomic gas. ये Cl2 बन कैसे रहा है? जो ये Cl के बीच में बॉन्ड है ये कोवलेंट बॉन्ड ही होता है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे शेयरिंग हो सकती है, कंप्लीट ट्रांसफर तो हो ही नहीं सकता. कंप्लीट ट्रांसफर के लिए अगर कोई इलेक्ट्रॉन देने वाला है तो कोई लेने वाला भी होना चाहिए. बट शेयरिंग में जो दो बराबर स्पीशीज हैं वो भी शेयर कर सकती हैं, जो बराबर नहीं है वो भी शेयर कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, सो क्लोरीन की बात करते हैं. Configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5, right? So in its valence shell we know that it contains 7 electrons. There is 1 electron less in octet to achieve noble gas configuration. So chlorine needs 1 electron. So what chlorine does? It shares its 1 electron with other chlorine atom, because both chlorine atoms need 1 electron. So each chlorine has 7 electrons. We can represent it by the Lewis symbol. Each chlorine has 7 dots around it, both chlorines. So if each chlorine pools its 1 electron and share it with the other, as you can see in the center there are 2 electrons put. So 1 electron belongs to the first chlorine atom and the second electron belongs to the second chlorine atom, right? So in this case, when these 2 electrons are shared, that means first chlorine has all its right on these 2 electrons and the second chlorine also has its right on these 2 electrons. So basically, if now we count the electrons, each chlorine has 8 electrons in its octet, which is represented by the circle in the Lewis symbol. So if in the Lewis symbol you want to see the octet, you make a circle around including its all the electron. Same is for the other chlorine. You can count the electron in this circle. It is 8 electron. And the part, which is present where the two circles are intersecting, that part represents the shared electron. Whenever the two circles are intersecting, the shared part will be represented in between the center of the shared area. So 2 electrons are being shown. That means the 2 electrons are being shared by chlorine atoms. And we know the formation of one bond requires 2 electrons. That means here between the 2 chlorine atoms, one single covalent bond is being formed using 2 electrons. So ये एक ऐसा एग्जाम्पल था जिसमें दोनों ही एटम्स ने अपना एक एक इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर करके सिंगल कोवलेंट बॉन्ड बनाया. बट बच्चों, सिर्फ ऐसा ही नहीं होता है. कुछ एटम्स ऐसे भी होते हैं जो शेयरिंग एक इलेक्ट्रॉन से ज्यादा की करते हैं. 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन की शेयरिंग भी हो सकती है, 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स तक की भी शेयरिंग हो सकती है. यानी कि हमारे पास डबल बॉन्ड भी बनता है और ट्रिपल बॉन्ड भी बनता है. ये टर्म्स आपने पहले भी सुनी है, डबल बॉन्ड, ट्रिपल बॉन्ड. बट वो बनता कैसे है वो हमें तब पता नहीं था. यहाँ पे ये कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर होता है कि सिंगल बॉन्ड कैसे बनता है, शेयरिंग ऑफ 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. अगर हर एटम, each atom is sharing 2 electrons, then total 4 of electrons are present in the bond, the shared center area. That means 2 covalent bonds were formed. Similarly, if each atom shares 3 electrons, that means total 6 electrons are being shared. That means there are 3 bonds, which is known as triple covalent bond. इसका भी एग्जाम्पल देख लेते हैं. आप देखो ऑक्सीजन वाली स्पीशीज. ऑक्सीजन हमें पता है उसकी कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होता है 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. That means each oxygen atom contains 6 electrons in its valence shell. So each oxygen atom requires 2 electrons. So either it can use its electrons, it can gain electron from some species which is ready to donate its electron. For example, magnesium. Magnesium has the configuration as 3s2. It requires to donate its 2 electron. So उस केस में मैग्नीशियम अपने 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन दे देता है ऑक्सीजन को. उस केस में क्योंकि कंप्लीट ट्रांसफर इलेक्ट्रॉन का हुआ मैग्नीशियम से ऑक्सीजन में, उसको हम आयनिक बॉन्ड बोलते हैं. बट अगर मान लो ऑक्सीजन को आयनिक बॉन्डिंग करने का मन नहीं है, उसको यह है कि मैं सिर्फ शेयर कर लूं, मुझे किसी से लेना ही ना पड़े, किसी का मतलब बर्डन ना है कि मैंने किसी से कुछ लिया है, शेयर कर लेता हूं, तो वो दूसरे ऑक्सीजन एटम के साथ ही शेयरिंग कर लेता है. जैसे इसमें आप देख सकते हो एग्जाम्पल कि 2 ऑक्सीजन एटम्स अगर अपने 2-2 इलेक्ट्रॉन पूल कर ले तो बेसिकली सेंटर में 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन हो गए एंड ऑक्सीजन पे पहले से इंडिविजुअली 4-4 इलेक्ट्रॉन और प्रेजेंट है. तो दोनों के ऑक्टेट में ही आप देख सकते हो 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन पूरे हो गए. सो ईच ऑक्सीजन कंटेन्स 2 अनशेयर्ड पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन, जो आपको पेयर दिख रहे हैं ऑक्सीजन पे साइड में बने हुए, एंड बोथ ऑफ द ऑक्सीजन एटम्स आर नाउ मेकिंग 2 बॉन्ड पेयर्स, है ना, 2 बॉन्ड्स बन रहे हैं क्योंकि 2-2 इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर किए. सो दिस इज नोन एज डबल कोवलेंट बॉन्ड. चलो थर्ड एग्जाम्पल हम देख रहे हैं ट्रिपल कोवलेंट बॉन्ड कैसे बनता है. जो नाइट्रोजन एटम होता है बच्चों, उसका इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होता है 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. दैट इज इट कंटेन्स 5 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन. ओके, नाउ नाइट्रोजन एटम 5 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन है उसमें, या तो वो क्या करेगा कि 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन किसी से ले लेगा, गेन करके N3- आयन बना लेगा और किसी कंपाउंड में एज आयनिक बॉन्ड एग्जिस्ट करेगा. दूसरा वे क्या है, अगर उसे शेयरिंग करनी है, कोवलेंट बॉन्ड बनाना है, तो वो क्या करेगा, नाइट्रोजन एटम दूसरे नाइट्रोजन एटम के साथ शेयरिंग कर सकता है इजीली. कैसे? टोटल हर नाइट्रोजन पे 5 इलेक्ट्रॉन है. अगर वो अपने 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर कर ले दूसरे नाइट्रोजन के 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन के साथ, तो टोटल 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर हुए। इन 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन पर दोनों नाइट्रोजन का हक है, दोनों के ही ऑक्टेट में ये 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन काउंट होंगे। एंड अभी भी हर नाइट्रोजन पे आपको दिख रहा है कि एक अनशेयर्ड पेयर भी प्रेजेंट है, 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन और प्रेजेंट है। सो इसी की वजह से हर नाइट्रोजन के ऑक्टेट में देयर विल बी अ टोटल ऑफ 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन। दिस इज हाउ each nitrogen atom will complete its octet and will follow the octet rule. This is how a nitrogen triple bond forms. This is a type of covalent bonding. So आज हमने क्या नया सीखा कि आयनिक बॉन्डिंग कैसे होती है, ठीक है जी, आयंस कैसे बनते हैं, फिर वो बॉन्ड कैसे कर रहे हैं, इंटरैक्ट कैसे कर रहे हैं, कैसे कंप्लीट ट्रांसफर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन हो रहा है, राइट। देन वी ऑल्सो लर्न कि जो कोवलेंट बॉन्डिंग है वो कैसे होती है, जब इन्हीं इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की शेयरिंग होती है तो उसको हम क्या कहते हैं, कोवलेंट बॉन्डिंग, ओके। एंड इसी कोवलेंट बॉन्डिंग की वजह से सिंगल कोवलेंट बॉन्ड, डबल कोवलेंट बॉन्ड एंड ट्रिपल कोवलेंट बॉन्ड, ये अलग अलग टाइप के कोवलेंट बॉन्ड्स हमें many of the compounds में देखने को मिलते हैं। So these were the some very simple basic structures. Okay. In the next class, we'll discuss some of the complicated and some of the different and interesting type of Lewis structures for different molecules. So if you have any doubt till here in this topic, kindly mention it in the comment section. Thank you.